Hey everybody, welcome back. This is pre-algebra and today we're focusing on integers and specifically we're talking about adding integers today. This is the first part of adding integers and we'll do another one on the next day. My name is Hannah McAdams. I'm here with my daughter,
Ellie.
So adding integers. The first thing you need to know is when you add a positive number, you go to the right on the number line. So for example, 3 plus 4. Okay, so we start at 3, positive 3, and then we go 4 dots over. All right, what is our answer going to be, Ellie?
7.
7. Now, does this look familiar?
Yes.
Yes, you've been doing this since the first grade, okay? So this is super easy. If you're adding a positive number plus a positive number, then you move to the right on the number line, okay? All right. When you add a negative number, well, if you add a positive number, you go to the right. So what do you want to guess? When you're adding a negative number,
You want to go to the left?
you go to the left. You're so smart, Ellie. Okay, so here we have 9 plus negative 6. So if we start with 9, now we're going to go to the left because it's negative 6 spaces. Okay, now Ellie, the last time we recorded this, what did you notice about this problem?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, watch. 9 plus a negative 6 is 3. You don't remember this time?
I
You
don't
said,
remember.
isn't that just the same thing as 9 minus 3?
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember saying that now.
Yeah. 9
9
minus 6 is 3. Right. These are two different ways to say the same thing, okay? We're going to focus on the one with the parentheses today, but you can also say 9 minus 6. That's completely fine. All right, so we can rewrite subtraction problems by turning them into adding a negative. So we have 8 minus 4. It means the same thing as 8 plus parentheses negative 4. Okay, it means the same thing. All right, so let's rewrite some subtraction problems. So we have 14 minus 6. So what are we going to do here, Ellie?
14 minus 6.
How can we rewrite that as an addition problem?
14 plus parentheses negative 6.
Yes, 14, then I added a plus sign, then parentheses negative 6. I think it's easier to see that way, and you need to get used to seeing in both ways because your math book will do both, okay? All right, 12 minus 7. So we're rewriting this.
Plus parentheses negative 7.
Yes, okay. All right, what happens when we start with a negative number? Okay, so here we have negative 3. So we're going to be over on the left side of the 0 here, negative 3. And then we're adding 5. Well, when we add a positive, we go to the right, right? So we're going to go 5 over. Plus means to go right on the number line. So here we go, okay? Now, So negative 3 plus 5 is a positive 2. Do we know another math fact that uses 3, 5, and 2?
5 minus 3 equals 2.
Right. 5 minus 3 equals 2. So we're just subtracting here, aren't we? Okay. How about negative 9 plus 5?
Negative 9 plus 5?
Yeah.
Well, it would be negative 9 minus 5. And since it's a positive, you would be going to the right.
We're going to the right, okay, and you're saying we need to subtract 9 minus 5
is
4.
So it would be negative 4.
It would be negative 4, and we'll break that down in a minute. But yeah, we're just going 5 to the right, and we end up with negative 4. Okay, now another way to think of this, and we didn't talk about this the last time I recorded this video, is let's say that you owe me $9 for, I don't know, some art supplies that you bought, okay, at a store, and you only have a $5 bill. So you give me the $5 bill, but you still owe me money, don't you?
Yeah.
You still owe me $4. Okay, so that's one way to think of it. Do we know another math fact that uses 9, 5, and 4?
9 minus 5 equals 4.
Yeah, 9 minus 5 equals 4. Okay, so here are Hannah's helpful hints for adding negative integers. If the signs are the same, then we add. If the signs are different, then we subtract. Let me show you. So if you have a positive and another positive, and you're adding them together, just add. Positive 6 plus 5 is 11, okay? If you have a negative plus a positive, those are different, so we're going to subtract. Negative 3 plus 9 is 6. Or if you have a positive plus a negative, then you're going to subtract. 4 plus negative 5 is negative 1. Okay, but when adding a negative and a positive, how do we know if the answer will be negative or positive? So we're subtracting, but which sign does it take? It's real easy if we're adding two positive numbers. We know the answer is going to be positive, right? But it gets a little more tricky. We have to think about it a bit. So it has to do with the absolute value of integers. Okay, so we look at the two numbers that we're adding. Okay, so we have 4 plus a negative 5, and we're going to find the absolute value of both of these. What is the absolute value of 4?
The absolute value of positive 4?
Yeah,
Positive 4.
is 4, because it just means it's 4 away from 0. We talked about that last time. What about 5? So what is the absolute value
5?
of negative 5?
5.
5, because it's 5 away from 0. So which one has a greater absolute value?
Negative 5.
The negative 5. The integer with the greater absolute value holds the sign. So negative 5 is more, or is farther away from 0 than 4 is, right? So since 5 is the greater number, if you don't like that, you can use the less than sign or this. Since this has a negative sign, the answer is going to be negative. Okay. Another way to say this is that the integer farthest away from 0 on the number line holds the sign. So here's the number line. We have negative 5 over here. We have 4 over here. There is a bigger distance between 0 and negative 5 than there is between 0 and 4. So it's going to be negative. Okay. All right. How to add positive and negative integers. So write this down. Are you writing?
No.
Well, you need to. Okay, negative 5 plus 2. Determine if we will add or subtract. So we look at the signs to do that. If both signs are the same, then we're going to add. If the signs are different, then we're going to subtract. Well, look at this. Negative and positive, that's different, right? So we're going to subtract. Determine whether the answer will be positive or negative. So that has to do with absolute value, right? So can you tell me how to do that?
Negative 5 plus positive 2.
So we're just determining whether it's going to be positive or negative.
Gonna be negative.
And why is it going to be
Because
negative?
5 is the larger number.
Well, negative
Negative
5 has the greater absolute value. It's farther away from 0.
But the other way that I said it makes way more sense.
Okay, so you find the absolute value of each integer. So negative 5, the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. The absolute value of 2 is 2, right? 5 is bigger, right? So the answer to the equation will have the same sign as the integer with the greater absolute value. So it's going to be negative because 5 is negative there, okay? Then we solve.
Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 3.
Okay, yes. So we just say 5 minus 2 is 3, and then we put the negative sign there. That is all I have for you today. I will talk to you next time.